Hey guys, and welcome to the Millions of Maverick channel. I'm your host Maverick, where today I am going to be introducing and unboxing, actually, some of the goods that I got on my trip to Japan to attend the No Girl No Cry concert. Most of these goods are going to be from either the concert venue itself, some are stuff that you can only get within by attending the live, and there's some other merchandise that I got from merchandise stores, mainly from Gamers Shinjuku. And these two venues and areas or whatnot, I will have vlogs of both the venue and of Gamers Shinjuku as well, which may or may not be uploaded before this video. I haven't completely decided yet. But anyways, it'll let you guys see where you can get these things if you do happen to want them also. And also, a word of apology, but I am a through and through Poppin Party fan, so most of these merchandise and stuff will be Poppin Party focused. Now, I do have a little bit of stuff in relation with Silent Siren and the various other bands of the Bandori franchise, but that is mostly by chance and not by any deliberate intention. All right, so anyways, let's just start with the goods that you get from the concert first, and let's just start out with this one. So this is the this is the baseball shirt that you get if you purchase a premium seat, an arena seat. It comes in white and black. I just got the white one because it seems more similar to a normal baseball jersey to me. And you know, if you guys watch my other videos, you'll see that I'm basically wearing this when I was attending the concert. Okay, so in the front you got this No Girl No Cry logo, and the back looks something like this, right? So you'll have Poppin Party, Cross Silent Siren, No Girl No Cry, and the time of the event, right? May 18th, 19th, 2019 at Metlife Dome. So this is that. To be honest, first of all, I'm not much of a baseball fan. I'm much more of a basketball or soccer kind of guy. But, well, it is what it is, right? It's fairly comfortable, but I wouldn't say the quality is exactly very high. I think there's some strings coming out already. But anyways, this is part of the premium goods, so it's good that we have this, right? So you can only get this if you have bought a premium ticket, which costs a lot more than a normal ticket, by the way. So yeah, that's that. The second thing I like to show off is, oh yeah, the light blade, I guess you could say. So this is the Dreamer's Blade version 5. So you can see it's Poppin Party styled, and the top part is Bang Dream, and so it's, you know, basically just a light blade. You can turn it on. Let me turn it on. Oh, there we go. So I'm not quite sure if you guys can see very well under this kind of lighting, but so once you turn it on, then you can move to the various colors, right? And I think there's 13 colors in total. But basically, if you're attending any kind of Bang Dream live event, you'd probably want to have one of these. And it has a cool function, like for instance, I'm on blue right now, and then returns. Well, it's not actually used for returns, but it's used for teardrops. When it's particularly useful when you change from red to blue and then blue back to red again. But anyways, that's basically that. Most people would use 2 at a time. I decided to only buy 1, because first of all, these things aren't cheap. They cost like $35, $36 USD per stick, and considering it's really just a glorified light stick, I wanted to save my money and spend it on some other different stuff. But you know, it's still basically a requirement to have one of these, so I got it as well. Also, let's see, what's the next thing up? I did buy the, oh, actually, let's look at this one first. Oh, actually, never mind. I did buy a few of these, rubber bands, and, I guess these are, what are these called again? Badges? Pin badges. I couldn't get my hands on the No Girl No Cry themed band, They were all sold out when I wanted to buy them, but since I was there anyways, I decided to spend some of my money on some miscellaneous stuff. If you guys look at my video, when I'm showing off all the people at the venue, you can see that most people who are there, they would put a lot of these Bang Dream things or Poppin Party themed merchandise on them. And so I wanted to be prepared for the next time if eventually I will have a chance to go again. And I don't want to be underdressed, if you will, for that. And speaking of which, hold on a second. Oh. Alright, so this is the backpack that I was wearing when I got there. So, again, if you watch my vlog, I probably already showed this off already, but this is the Poppin Party badge from the Double Rainbow event from Chapter 2, from their uniforms, and so this is currently still on my backpack right now. So this is another thing that I got from the venue. Beyond that, well, let's just open these rubber bands and whatnot together, right? Because these are all random, like a gacha, right? So I don't know which one that I got either. So let's just open it together and see how my luck is. Alright, this one, oh, looks green? Why is there a green one? Oh, I got a Razor Suilin one. What do you know? So there you go. I did get some merchandise from other bands as well. So this one is a Razor Suilin rubber band. And this one, what is it? Wait, another Razor Suilin band? Well, what? Actually, that can't be right. The trading rub. Well, okay. Apparently, you can get Razor Suilin themed rubber bands. So I got this one, and as well as a green one. So that's that for the rubber band part. And let's take a look at the badges. Now, I'm fairly certain that these will be from Poppin Party. Yeah, here you go. This first one is Remy. I got Remy's little metal badge here, so it's basically just, you know, you can pin it onto whatever stuff you want to pin it onto. So the first one I got is from Remy. And the second one is from Sai. Here we go. This is Sai's badge. Saichi. Alright, the two so here we go. Remy and Sai. Alright, so that's that for this part. Just a quick unboxing of these things. What else did I get from the venue that I bought? Alright, I also actually bought the Dreamers Go Return CD single from the live event as well. Mainly because, well, first of all, I wanted to support this anyways, but second of all, they also gave a special good to commemorate the event if you buy CDs there. And in my case, I got this, you know, photo of Aimee. So these are all random as well, but I just happened to got Aimee here. So hey, that's nice. We haven't actually have any repeats so far. So I guess that's a good thing. And also, actually, within this single, since this is the first press version, so two things are in here. One is the character card. If you guys watch Poppin Party's Twitter, you'll see that all 5 of them decided to try their hand at drawing the character cards, and I believe most of them came out as Tai, probably because of returns. And also they have the lottery ticket for their fan meet tour, which is in, I believe, September of this year. Now, I'm probably not going to be attending that, but well, it's nice to have this, right? So let's just see what character card that I can get from this CD. All right, open this. Open this. So this is how it looks like inside. And okay, so this is the lottery ticket for the fan meet. And who did I actually get? I believe this is Remy. I got Remy. Okay, so we're on a Remy street today. So there we go. I actually didn't get Tai, but I got Remy instead. Okay, so that was that. You know, otherwise this is just a normal CD, so not really much to see here. So again, you know, one final look at this for you guys. Again, I don't actually listen to CDs anymore. I use music streaming for most of my music needs, so this will probably just go on a shelf somewhere. But anyways, so that's that. What else did I get that I bought from the venue? Oh, I actually also bought this book as well. It's called Bang Dream Ready for the Party, and it's a special collaboration with Gigs. So this is more, this is basically an interview with the 3 bands that have real-life counterparts, Poppin Party, Roselia, and Raise Sweden, and it talks a little bit. So it has interviews with all the 3 bands, and it also mainly focuses on displaying, you know, what kind of equipment that they actually use. So, for instance, right, so here, this is Random Star, all the different variations of Random Star. You know, here's a snapper, tie snapper, or size snapper, as well as, you know, their pedal boards and what kind of stack they use. So, there's actually some interesting parts about this that I haven't completely read through the whole thing yet, but I've read through the at least the Poppin Party interviews. So I'm gonna save this for last, and you know, there's a few more things that I'd like to share from this book. All right, what else do I have? Oh, this one. Oh, and by the way, getting that book at the venue also gives you this postcard, right? So it's a postcard with the 3 bands and whatnot. So there we go. That's that. And also, this thing is quite special. This is a unofficial call book called Star Memories. So a call book is basically a booklet which is normally fan made, and in it you will have all the, I guess, tutorials on the call and response portions of the different songs. Right, so here you can see, what is this? Teardrops? You can see teardrops. So it'll tell you, like, for instance, you should change colors at what point, where you should clap, you know, something like Starbeat, right? Something like Starbeat, and it'll tell you, like, where you should be going, la la la, and what kind of color pen light you should be using. And it has everything up to what's the Popipa. And there's actually quite a bit of fan artwork in here as well. So this is actually quite amazing to me, right? I mean, I've seen these things before, mostly for idol groups, fanatics of idol groups. They will create these kinds of call books and then hand them out at the different various live events to ensure that everybody has a good time and can follow up on the call and response parts. As I said, it's entirely free. Basically, they have a lot of volunteers. You know, this is self-organized, so they'll basically print these out with their own money and then just give them out for free at the venue. So, you know, I really appreciate these kinds of fans. Not really sure what the exact group organization name is. Is it Starbooks or something? But anyways. Really, really cool, and this is definitely something that you can only get if you attend live events as well. So, you know, good on them, and big thank you for you guys in creating this. All right, what else do we have? In regards from the venue, when you go into the venue, once you present your ticket, you'll also be presented with a sort of a advertisement bag, I guess you could say, where they put in a lot of their DMs and flyers of the various stuff. This one, there's one for each day. This one is for the second day, so they had this kind of special newspaper, mainly talking about all these single releases that they have, the 6 single releases. And of course, there's also the advertisement for Raise Sweden's and Roselia's live event as well. So there's this part. And, you know, again, Raise Sweden, Roselia, they want you guys to go there. And since this is a collaboration event with Silent Siren, of course, they would have, you know, Silent Siren events as well, their new album, as well as their tour. And then some other stuff. This is for Review Starlight. This is for the Silent Siren fan club. And then this one is their new franchise, right? Well, okay, first of all, this is for Milky Homes, right? Milky Homes. And then this one is for the new franchise, D4DJ, which apparently is going to feature a lot of overlapping people from Bandori as well. But we'll get there when it gets there, right? I guess this is from. Actually, I'm not really sure what this is, but anyways. And oh, this one. So actually, this is the collaboration with a fashion band or fashion, I guess, apparel shop, Geki Rock. Actually, I was originally wanting to buy some apparels other than this that was Poppin Party themed, and I was this close to buying the event T-shirt at the venue, but then I saw that they were going to do this kind of collaboration, and I thought that this looked way better than the event T-shirt. Like, I'm actually not really a big fan of wearing event T-shirts because those get easily outdated. But in this case, oh, look at that Poppin Party. Look at this Poppin Party stuff, right? They got a long T-shirt, a short T-shirt, and a parka. A parka is basically a hoodie in Japan. So unfortunately, they only accept pre-orders and then they'll ship it out later. So I'll still have to look at how I can get my hands on that. But that is definitely something that I do really want. And then also another booklet. I think this is Gekkan Bushiroad special version. So anyways, a lot of Bushiroad stuff in here and whatnot, and their new events and whatnot. I'm not gonna flip through all of this. And also, they have these promo cards, right? So this is with ESP. They're telling you to attend the ESP Academy so you can level up your musicianship. And this is Buddy Fight cards, Popipa versions. And actually, I have another bag, right? Because there's one bag for each day. And this is something that I actually found pretty interesting. So, Ways Shores, or whatever it's called, WS, is also a card game under Bushiroad, and they actually did a collaboration with Silent Siren. So they have their band members as some of the cards. Now, I should have two, but one of them I already gave away to a Silent Siren fan that I met and sort of befriended at the venue, right? So apparently these things can actually sell for like $10 each on the Japanese equivalent of eBay. So, well, I'm not gonna sell it. It's more of a memorial for me. But hey, the more you know, right? The more you know. So yeah, I think that about covers all the other miscellaneous stuff that you can get from the venue. What else is there? Alright, so this other stuff is things that you can get as the event is ongoing. So here, this is a balloon, right? So if you guys read my or watch my other video of the live report, you'll know that during one of the songs for both days, they actually bounce around huge balloons, and then once these huge balloons popped, tons of smaller regular sized balloons would come out, right? So apparently this is also something that people really like as a souvenir from the event. You can actually sell these as well. At first I didn't really want to take part. Like, I didn't know, but even if I didn't know, I doubt that I would be spending so much time collecting the balloons. So basically, you're supposed to just get the balloons yourself and then deflate them, and then if you can deflate them properly, this will be valuable, right? If it breaks or whatnot, if you pierce it, then it loses its value. But anyways, I wasn't part of the rush to get these, but later on when I was exiting the venue, one of the balloons just somehow bounced to me, and I just picked it up and deflated it, and so now I have one of these. So this is also, I guess, a memorandum, just something, a souvenir from the event. Also, I guess one last thing, are these sort of colored tapes, right? So I think I got 7 here, and I do believe that there's only 5 colors that were put out. Yellow, green, red, blue, and purple. There might be more, I'm not entirely sure on that. But anyways, so these will fly out, again, sometime during the event. And on them are actually the stuff that the 2 bands have wrote. So this is Silent Sirens version, right? Silent Sirens version, all 4 of them. And then just to let you guys see one of the Poppin Party versions. Okay, so here we go. So you can see from over here, it's Tai. I mean, sorry, not Tai. Sai, Ayasa, Aimi, Ayaka, and Rimi, right? So apparently these are also valuable as well, and you can, especially if you get a set, you can sell them as a set, and people will buy these as well. I'm not gonna do that, but in any case, I just wanted to have a complete set of all the colors. I believe I have 7 here, or 8, and 2 of them are Silent Sirens, the rest are from Poppin Party. So again, apparently if you want to keep them, you're supposed to cut them up and then turn them into keychains or something. That sounds like a lot of work, but I'll see what I can do about this. For the time being, they'll probably just hang in my room somewhere, right? So this is the fun, and again, this is stuff that only happens if you actually attend a live, because they spray this during one of the songs. So yeah. And I think that's basically it for all the stuff that I got from the venue. So, coming up next, I'll show you guys the stuff that I got from the merchandise stores. So next up, I'm going to talk about the merchandise I got from various other anime slash, game-related stores, merchandise shops. These are mostly going to be from Gamers Shinjuku. Gamers is a chain store brand that sells manga, anime-related stuff, related merchandise, and I went to the Shinjuku shop there. The reason is because, first of all, I stayed near Shinjuku, and also Gamers Shinjuku has a dedicated section specifically for Bang Dream, so they actually cornered out a complete section of the floor just for Bang Dream stuff. And if you guys watch my vlog in regards to that, you'll see what I mean when I say it's actually quite well, I wouldn't really say it's quite impressive, but compared to a lot of other shops that I've been to, they had a huge selection already. At least 2 times or 3 times more than the other shops that I've went to before. So I did actually buy quite a few things there as well. So first up, I bought basically a lot of keychains. So 2 different versions. So let me introduce them. Actually, originally, I wanted to buy the Garpapico versions of Poppin Party, right? Because I thought these looked the cutest out of all the different merchandise that I can find that show these characters. But unfortunately, Gamer Shinjuku only sold out all the others and only carried Arisa and Rimi. So, I couldn't buy a full set of 5 that I wanted. And so because of that, I only got Rimi and Arisa with this version. And then the remaining 3, I used another version of keychains. So this kind. So this one is Tai. Here's Saya. And here is Kasumi. So this one is quite cute as well, although I still prefer the Garpapico versions. Which it actually kind of bummed me out a little bit, because later on I actually went to around 8 different merchandise shops this trip, and later on when I went to the other shops, each of them carried maybe 1 or 2 of Poppin Party members. But I eventually found that if I went to all of them and I bought all of the non-repeating ones that I could find, I would have had a chance to get all 5 together. 3 of the shops did carry enough for me to actually complete my set. So I was kind of bummed out about that. I didn't really have any time remaining to go back and buy them again. So maybe I'll leave them for next time. But anyways, I wanted a complete set, so that's why these 2 are over here, and then the other 3 are from this. And also, I actually got Yukina as well, since I later on remembered that Ai was, you know, the voice actor for Yukina, is also kind of like an honorary member of Poppin Party. So that's why I decided to get Yukina. Alright, and because of the amount of money that I spent there, actually, I also got these special commemoration photo cards. So these are the birthday cards commemorating the birthdays of the characters. The first one is for Ran in April. Second one is for Tomoe, also in April. The third one is for Kanon in May. And finally, the last one is Saya's in May as well. So she actually had her birthday a day before I went to the Gamers Shinjuku store. So they did carry this photo card as well. So yeah, these are the sort of like more characterized stuff that I got from Gamers Shinjuku. And also, I bought these 2 books as well. One is the origin story of Bang Dream, the origin novel, although this is a reprint version, and the other is the 4-koma or 4-page comic version of also Bandori, right? So I'll explain these a little bit later in the next section. And because I bought this reprint version of the novel, I also got this special good, not really sure what this is. It's apparently an excerpt from within the novel, and also an illustration as well. But in any case, that's all the things that I got from the merchandise shops. So in the next section, let me talk a little bit more about these books that I got. The comic, the novel, as well as the Gigs music book that I got from the venue. So first of all, beginning with the origin novel. So again, for those of you who don't know, the original Bang Dream story is actually quite different than what we know right now, especially if you're a game only or anime only person. The origin story of Bang Dream really was only the story about Poppin Party, right? The original story of Bang Dream really only focused on Poppin Party. There were none of the other bands that we currently know right now. And the characters of Poppin Party are also very different from what they are right now as we know them, the Poppin Party that we know right now. In the West, a lot of people refer to this as Betadori, the beta version of Bandori. Personally, after I read this entire thing, I kind of dislike that term. I prefer to call this a Poppin Party version 1.0. Although I guess you could, you know, it's a preference thing, right? I actually already read this before, but I wanted to have a actual paperback version in my hands because I really do like this story. Like I like Poppin Party as they are right now, but still I have to say that this version is probably way superior in terms of story and the characterization than what we have right now. So again, just to give you guys a quick look through the novel, they actually sold, this is the remastered version and it's a pocketbook edition. They actually had the full-sized one as well, but I decided to buy this one because it had the special goods this thing with it, because they were doing a special promo, and also because it's a reprint. At the very end, they have some special stuff from the Poppin Party cast, right? So you can see all 5 members of Poppin Party basically telling you to read up and, you know, understand the true origin of the Bandori franchise. So again, just as a quick introduction for those of you who don't know, especially in terms of the characterizations, Kasumi is not the current Kasumi, you know, very kira kira doki doki outgoing girl that we know now. She's actually very shy in this version. Arisa, rather than being a tsundere, is actually more of a Oju-sama, I guess you could say. Yeah, she's more of an Oju-sama, although they did keep her otaku personality. Rimi is actually not shy at all in this version, and she's actually a ninja, if you can believe it. But anyways, her goal was to be the bassist in the world's best band, right? Sai in this version is... sorry, not Sai. I keep on getting their names mixed up. Tai in this version is actually very shy as well. Similar to the current Tai, she very much loves music, but she has a very shy personality in this one. And then finally, Saya didn't change really that much, although I'd say in this version, she went through more hardship than the current version's Saya. So yeah, that's basically that. I actually am sort of planning to do something related with this on my channel. Maybe eventually, if I have the time, I'll sort of give a summary of each of the chapters of this origin story. Just to let you guys know what exactly it is, because as far as I know, nobody actually translated this into English before, and I do not have the time to translate this entire thing. But I do really want people to learn about this story. You'll learn about why Bang Dream is called Bang Dream. You'll learn the significance of the very first song, Yes Bang Dream. You'll know the significance of all the first 3 singles of Poppin' Party and whatnot, and I just love it. All right, so this is it, and I'm very glad that I was able to get this in paperback version. Now, if this we can call, I call it Poppin' Party version 1.0, then this 4-koma version I would say is probably like version 1.5. As you can see, they're from their characteristics and whatnot, they already look very similar to the Poppin' Party that we know right now. Although this version is super adorable. Like seriously, look at how cute they are. Look how cute they are. But in this version, they're already very similar to the personalities of the current Poppin' Party that we know of, although maybe not as pronounced. Like Kasumi is already this happy-go-lucky girl, but not to the point of the Kasumi that we know right now, who's really super happy-go-lucky. Arisa is less harsh in her words, and she's more shy than the current Arisa that we know. Rimi is about the same, although maybe not as shy as the current Rimi. And also, yeah, not as shy as the current Rimi. Tai is also similar to the current Tai, although this version of Tai is actually more strict. She's much more strict in terms of music, and she actually originally looked down upon the other members of Poppin' Party because they were amateurs and they didn't learn music as long as she did, at least for this version. I mean, they become friends in the end, but at first she was more condescending to the other members. And Saya is also sort of like the Saya that we know right now, although I think she gets angry a little bit more in this version. So I actually already read volume 1 before, but I've never seen volume 2. So I was also happy that I could get this version, or this comic book actually. So that is that. The real merchandise that I want in regards to books is the Garo Papiko anthology, but I wasn't actually able to find that anywhere. And also another thing, although not really related with books, the other merchandise I really wanted was Nesoberries. If you watch Rimi's channel, you always see that she has these Rimi plushies. I seriously want an entire set of Poppin' Party of those kind of plushies, but I wasn't able to find those in the stores, and getting a complete set off eBay or something would probably cost something like $100 or $200, something ridiculous like that. But anyways, to close it out, again, like I said, I want to talk about some things from the Bang Dream Ready for the Party book, right? So this is the normal version. They actually also sell a hardback version as well, although I didn't choose to go for that one. And it's really nice because it's actually a book that is entirely focused on Bang Dream. Like a lot of the other magazine interviews or whatnot, they maybe feature some portion of it dedicated to Bang Dream, but this is the entire book, and it also focuses on the actual people instead and not the characters, and not to mention that it's music oriented, so it's exactly what I would want from this. As I said, I haven't read the entire thing yet, but I have pretty much finished Poppin' Party's version, Poppin' Party's portion of this magazine. Some things that actually stood out to me a little bit, just some random things. First of all, a size effect board over here, right? Her effect board is actually a lot more simple than I originally anticipated, right? I would have thought that she used a lot more effects in her playing, but like, it's nothing, no comment there. It's just a interesting observation I made. The other thing that I got from this interview is that well, maybe this isn't news to many other people, but I was actually surprised. So apparently, even before Aimi announced that she was going to be starting this band project during her event in 2015 February, they had already decided on all the members of Poppin Party, all the seiyus, all the people who were actually going to be as part of the band. I had always thought that they actually sort of did the started the project and then started finding people as they went along, but no, it seems that all 5 of them were confirmed even before Aimi made the announcement. And actually, Saichi is the last one to officially confirm her entering the band, and not Ayaka, not Hashi. So that is quite different than what I originally thought. So this means that in a sense, Poppin Party was already formed early 2015 rather than late 2015, right? So that's one of the interesting stuff that I got from this that I didn't actually know before. And the second part is also very interesting to me. So they ask, if you guys follow the seiyus, you'll know that for Roselia, in their case, a lot of times after their rehearsals, they'll go out and eat, drink beer, eat meat and whatnot. And so they did ask Poppin Party if they have some kind of ritual like that as well. And they said no. Poppin Party said no. And the reason for this is because their normal rehearsal times are pretty late. So by pretty late, I'm assuming they mean something like maybe 8 p.m. So when it ends, it's already, quite late at night. And so that's one of the reasons why they do not choose to do this kind of ritual of going out for dinner every time they rehearse. But the second thing that really struck out to me is the fact that they actually hold rehearsals every single week, and they're quite they feel quite strongly about this. With looking at this entire interview, it seems that for the past 5 years, they have been rehearsing every week without fail. So it's actually quite amazing to me. First of all, I knew that they were doing something like this. I had seen an interview already sometime in 2017 where they said they were doing stuff like this. But at that point, I thought, okay, this is maybe the they're being very active, right? This is the early stages of the franchise. They need to practice a lot more, especially since they were doing some big events at this time. But this interview is actually from early this year. And so by all means, it seems that for these past 5 years, they've been keeping up on this this schedule. And honestly, it's really amazing to me because this is literally almost professional band level of practice, right? And especially when you consider how busy that they each are with their own individual work. I don't know. I really give them props for doing something like this. And it's always, when I look at these kind of things, I always think, okay, maybe this is just just some sort of official story that they have or whatnot. But reading what they actually say, by all means, they view this as part of their daily lives already. So it's just part of their lives. That's how they described it. So again, I'm quite shocked that they actually put this much dedication into this band, and I really applaud them for this part. So yeah, those are just 2 excerpts from the interviews that I wanted to share with you guys. Again, there's other stuff in regards to Reise Suilin and Roselia as well. I skimmed through most of them, but if there's anything special that I find later on in regards to what they say, maybe I will share with you guys again. But for my initial impression, I was mostly interested in those parts that I shared. So, any case, that's been my sharing of all the different goods and merchandise that I got from the event, from merchandise stores and whatnot. And, well, hope you guys had fun looking at all this stuff. I didn't really go for many of those, you know, towels or whatnot, or really lots of photo stuff, artwork and whatnot, because, well, I just don't have use for those. Even these keychains, honestly, they're probably only going to be used when I eventually attend another live event, so I can hang them from my backpack or something. Otherwise, I do like to spend my money more on the books instead, especially those that kind of go in depth to what they're doing. So, all in all, I'd say I was quite pleased with my haul. So, that's that for this introductory and sort of unboxing video. If you guys have any questions in regards to each of the merchandise, do let me know. Also check out my other videos pertaining to Bang Dream, both the you know, the reports of the No Girl No Cry concert, the vlogs. Also, I did do a, you know, reaction review to both seasons of the Bandori anime, so you guys feel free to check out all this other stuff. So, hope you guys enjoyed this video, and I'll see you guys next time. Bye bye.